Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Vincent, and I have been an ophthalmologist for more than 30 years. Today, in this room of young audience, I would like to share a bit of my journey with you for the interpretation of metamorphosis. I grew up in a grassroots family. We lived in Shaki Bay at Public Estate, which is the first public estate in Hong Kong. Our family of 7 people lived in a 100 square feet unit, which is very small. We are surrounded by hardworking people who hustle day and night to make ends meet. Seeing the struggles and heartache of so many people's faces, this childhood experience has shaped who I am. I wanted to make a difference, to help those in need in any possible way I can help to make people free from sadness. But there was a moment in my life that changed everything, the moment I discovered my calling. I was lucky enough to get into medical school of the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Soon I realized my gift from God. I had quite steady hands when I was assisting surgeries. I thought, maybe I can be a surgeon. My second stroke of luck was meeting my lifelong mentor, Professor Dennis Lam. After seeing his beautiful surgery and the joy on the face of his patient after regaining their vision, I thought, maybe I have found my calling to be an eye surgeon. Doing eye surgery, like any other surgery, is not easy. The anatomy of the eye is very delicate. A slight mistake in the surgery could cost somebody their sight. Eye doctors cannot afford to make mistakes. At that moment, I just knew I had to use that gift to help others. For me, the metamorphic moment was not the realization of what I am good at. It was the realization that I can use my gift from God to help others with it. My hand can bring sight to those who need it most, and that's a responsibility that I take to heart. Since I found my calling, I have trained and worked happily as an ophthalmologist for more than 30 years, using my gift to help and bless others. I always believe that you are never too young to join in charity work. You need to know what's going on in your community. It's not just about helping yourself. It's about reaching out to those who are needed, who are less fortunate. In my work, I strive to ensure that my skill can help those who are needed inspired escape the darkness. Here, I would like to share my experience working alongside office in multiple underprivileged areas, where we focus on training local doctors and providing care to those in need. I first volunteered with Office back in 2014. Since then, I had the chance to volunteer with the team in places like Jinan, Shenyang, and Ningyi. Each trip has been a unique journey filled with learning and compassion. Each trip for me, the doctors and the patient, is a metamorphosis. I have found my talent, and I have found a place for me to make my whole vision come into vision, empowering what I have to the people, the community, across the sky and beyond borders. Let's watch this video filmed during our Ningyi trip, that most of the time, we aim to provide free screenings, perform surgeries, and train local healthcare professionals.
奧比斯係一個非常有意義嘅組織，幫病人免費做手術，亦都會着重培訓醫生啊、護士啊，令到可以幫到更加多嘅病人嘅。自己有個信念啦，我哋係做手術幫人醫眼，其實日日都係做緊好事。咁我相信咧，其實個天咧都會幫我哋嘅。
小雙林喺3年前接受奧比斯嘅手術，受眼疾影響，佢連行都行唔穩㗎。
咁我看下，
經過咗2次手術之後，情況已經大大得到改善。
你好， 思豪就係喺4年前做過斜視矯正手術，但係隨住年紀增長，內斜視嘅情況日漸加重。誠邀你成為奧比斯同望之友，
每個月捐款50蚊，實現眼疾小朋友睇得見嘅夢想。
請支持奧比斯同望之友嘅每月捐款計劃。你嘅捐助可以協助訓練當地嘅醫生，令更加多有需要嘅病人睇得見。
Of course, we can donate more. Now, this video just now shows our young patient, a boy named Siho from Shandong. He's just 7 years old. His smile lights up the room. But behind that smile is a heartbreaking story. Siho struggles with strabismus, a condition where one eye is turned in a direction that's different from the other eyes. This disease affected his education, self-esteem, and ability to play with other children. He was constantly isolated and nervous because he looked strange. His mother worried constantly about his future, despite having one surgery at just 3 years old. He needs a second operation. However, the problem is the cost is 4 times their family's monthly income. Even though they desperately wanted to, they can't simply afford to have the surgery. His mother told me earnestly, "I just want my son to see properly and be healthy." At that moment, it hit me hard. I wanted to create a metamorphosis, a changing point for Siho. I wanted him to have the same opportunities as other children his age. Things that happened in Siho were not the only case in Linyi. It was interesting. When I went to the hospital in Linyi, I saw many facilities and tools that can compare to Hong Kong's. The problem was there were less than 10 children's eye doctors in Linyi. Even with the world-class facility, local doctors lack access to the skill and techniques to help these blind children. So these children and doctor can only wait and wait for an opportunity to come along and change their lives. You know, Office is a special community. Not only do they provide free surgery, but they also teach a man to fish. Not like actual fishing, but it focuses more on passing on the knowledge. As volunteer faculty, by sharing our skill and techniques, we empower local doctors to become a better surgeon. This way, the impact of our work is sustainable and it continues long after we are gone, creating a metamorphic change for the community. Thus, with proper training with the local doctor, the skill levels have improved and created magnificent change for the community and the industry. Fortunately, that year, Siho was chosen as a teaching case by Opus. We met his family in their Linyi home, and we were able to perform corrective surgery on him. I watched his face blossom when he woke up from surgery. Siho was able to once again see the world properly. His metamorphic change was evident. He became more confident, he performed well in school. I think this is one of the reasons that make me find being a doctor has always been such beautiful and meaningful. Furthermore, for the doctors who attended the training, they do smile as they grasp the knowledge. For them, this enlightenment was their metamorphosis. They could now use this knowledge to save sight and pass on the legacy to others. The metamorphic change in me has also passed on to the next generation and many more, as long as the idea is embedded with us. So here's my message to all of you, especially the young people in the audience. Think about the talents you have and how you can use that to help others. The moment you find your calling is the moment your life and others' lives change. Everyone has a talent, something you were blessed with. It could be something simple like singing, crafts, empathy, or courage. Let's volunteer, perform, and get involved in your local community. And never underestimate the effect you can change. I have a daughter who is similar age to you. She's now 19 years old. When she was very 11-year-old, she would join a volunteer trip to Vietnam with Office. After the trip, she understood deeper the significance of what we do as ophthalmologists to save sight and gain strength. In closing, let's remember our hands are not just for our own success. They are tools for hope, healing, and giving others strength. Together, we can light the way for those who are still in darkness. Thank you for listening.